Hey y'all, what's
Hey, it's
up?
SW Podcast Wednesday.
Wow.
And we back.
We're
We back.
back.
New
Queen.
week. A new week. A new week.
Happy Capricorn season, Queen.
Hey, yes. We are definitely in the building. We end the year and we also begin this thing. Do you hear me? Baby, this Capricorn will be 42 tomorrow. 42 tomorrow. What? That 112. Room 112, that's what they call me.
It's
But
Capricorn.
yes, Queen, it's
And
Capricorn season
we've been
all day
celebrating a
long.
lot of birthdays so far this month. We have I had a friend who got a birthday yesterday, a friend who has a birthday today, Queen birthday tomorrow. Then we got our one of our producers and other podcast affiliates,
Okay.
Joseph, Big Joe. His birthday is on the 14th. We got a lot of
We
Capricorn
celebrate.
birthdays. A lot of
We
Capricorn birthdays.
celebrate. We celebrate. We celebrate.
Yes, yes.
Feel
So
good though. Feel good.
yeah. So we're gonna celebrate with Miss Capricorn over here herself this weekend. And
Yeah.
and
Look, and I
have
ain't even on social media, so let me go ahead and say, Tavion, happy belated birthday. I ain't on the show till tomorrow, but happy belated birthday. And I know I'll see you on Sunday to tell you again. My
and it was
Capricorn
definitely
brother.
Tavon. Yes, I was social lounge, Mr. Tavon himself. His birthday
Yes.
um on
The
was this past
eighth.
week. It was on the 8th, I believe. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes.
That number,
Which
my
was
other number, eight.
yes. So happy Capricorn season, y'all. Happy Capricorn season. Let's go
We
ahead
in
and get
this
that
piece.
in
We
because
in
we
this
gotta go
piece.
ahead and let
Because they're
y'all
gonna
know.
be trying to move us out real quick. They always try to move us out real quick, Capricorn.
That's only
We have
that
to sit back and watch everybody else. It seems like it takes us so long to come back around
it's only because y'all end the year and bring the year
and
in.
we break it in.
So it seems
But it's
like
a
y'all have a
blessing.
long season.
Be watching everybody else. Like, wow, look at them. Look what they got going on. Ooh, I didn't think about that. I see you. That's just how we be.
That's
But it's
right.
great. It's great to open up the year with
It
us.
is. To open it up and close it out. So
Yep, blessings and prosperity, y'all. Blessings and prosperity.
but welcome to another episode of SW Podcast. It is Wednesday, January 11th, and we are here to enjoy the podcast.
Manifestation. One
We got
one.
we got two topics on the agenda today that kind of stem a little. They bounce off each other a little bit actually because we're talking about black men and do BBLs actually attract black men or who you attract them with that, and then also we're gonna talk about the unreconciled maternity issues between black men and women, black men and their mothers. So we're gonna kind of like we when we talk about these things, we do mention things that are based on facts and studies and things, but we also um, do a lot of this is our opinion. I don't want y'all running off being in your feelings and they said this, they said that. We did say it, but that's what Shelby and Queen believe. So just want y'all to know that, okay? Don't you
Y'all
know?
do be being in y'all feelings. Jesus.
So we're gonna get this show on the road. The quote of the day is let me go ahead and put that up. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Joe comment.
Oh yeah. Be you.
There it is. There it is. Be you.
Simply put. But
You your own creator.
yeah.
You your own creator of your own life the way you want. Be
The way
you.
the way you talk, the way you walk, everything. So
And it's unique because it's not like anybody else. Your DNA is not like anybody else. We have matching DNAs, but your fingerprints is not like nobody else's. Be you.
and I'm glad
Simply
that
put.
it's such a simple, straight to the point type of quote because for one, this is the thing. Like we're gonna talk about BBLs today, but a lot of women choose, and a lot of people. We're gonna talk about BBLs, but BBLs come in men and women form, and the men form is supposedly up here in the chest area. I learned that today, and I was fascinated, but I didn't want to bring all that up today, so I was like, we'll get to that another time when we have the men and we can
And the
have.
calves, they getting their calves done too.
Yes, yes, it's crazy. But it's crazy. But this is my thing. If you're choosing to do some type of plastic surgery and you're doing it, and it's not for yourself, we already know that there's a little bit of a Twinkie of an issue there.
Mm-hmm.
These choices that you make to do these very invasive surgeries, they should definitely be for something that matters to you, not just to be appealing to someone else or anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make sure that you know making these choices for you. So the validation, whatever, it might feel good and everything, and that's cool. But you still have to be making these choices for you because a lot of these things are taking people out. So we're gonna get into that. But the quote is definitely be you, Queen. I know you got something to say about that quote.
Be you, baby. That's all I can be. I can't be nobody else. Don't want to be because I'm very unique, very, 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 very unique in my own way. Even Shell is very, very unique in her own way. So
Right.
me wanting to be like somebody else, I always say this. It's like me slapping God in his face and telling him that he was wrong, how he created me.
That's right. And that's a little bit so that y'all know, be proud of who you are, what you were given, how you
Hmm.
were given it, because a lot of people don't have any a lot of people don't have any direction whatsoever in how they're being groomed and to accept who they are. That's why
Yeah,
they're looking to find ways to change themselves so much because they haven't been taught or had no type of upbringing on how to teach, love on themselves like that.
love on themselves.
Dennis, what you talk about? Say
And my
big.
and you know what, my parent and with my even my parents, from my mom and my stepdad and my biological dad, God rest his soul. One thing about my biological dad, he called me and my sisters, he always called us baby girl. I know me, he always told me how pretty I was. Pretty. You need to know that you're pretty. You need to know this. You need to know that. Always think highly of yourself. Never think that you less than nobody else because nobody else ain't better than you. You need to always think highly of yourself because guess what? They thinking highly of themselves. If they don't, that's on them. But you need to make sure you think highly of yourself at always. And he always said that. My mom said the same thing as well. Just be you. You ain't got to be nobody else. You unique in your own way. He made you a specific way. You need to honor that and just be grateful for that. Now, you can enhance what you want in life. If you ain't have a good upbringing, well then okay, I know I don't want to live like this. So I need to tweak something the way that I was up, that the way my upbringing was to live the life that I feel that is best for me and that I want to live. But just being your natural self, you'll realize that more people will like you by you just being who you are and
And
not
you should
trying to
like
be
yourself
somebody else.
for
And you
and
will like your own self.
because everybody the energy that you create within yourself and the energy you give off is going to automatically either suck people in or push people away. But it's
Hmm.
still you. But it's not going to be an attractive energy if you're not good with who you are yourself. Like
Yep.
just trying to
And
take
people
you.
can tell.
And yeah, they can tell. People can tell. They can tell.
People can tell.
Dennis has a comment that says, "Big booties are in the eyes of the beholder." Okay. Mm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that means little booties matter and all that, huh?
But be you. And
But yeah, you gotta be you. You gotta be you,
you
and you
got
don't
to
have
be
to.
you.
And
And you're
like,
gonna have to deal with people that dang people ain't gonna like you all the time. And that's something you just gonna have to deal with. And people sometimes we prejudge people before we actually get to know people. people look at that outside appearance. And I know I've been judged a lot by people looking at my outside appearance. But when they finally sit down, have a conversation with me and talk to me, the first thing they say, girl, I didn't realize how cool you was. That's
cause
because you was judging me because I
mhm,
don't talk to everybody when I first meet them. I might speak, but baby, I'm so observant. I sit back and I watch people.
mhm.
And my spirit will tell me, nah, you don't want to be fooled up with them candies. Just hey, how you doing and keep it moving. But if I feel something different in my spirit about you, then I'm gonna give you a conversation. I'm gonna talk to you. But that's who I am, and that's how I always been all my life. I always been that type of person. And people have always judged me like, oh, she did it. No, I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just sit back and I watch people to
Yep.
see the type of person you are. And if you talk too much, I really ain't gonna really deal with you. 'Cause that means you talk too much and you don't like to listen. So I really ain't gonna deal with you all that. But
So
don't prejudge, get to know, but be yourself.
and that's a good way to just continue to be you. You have to, in any situation, you have to make sure that you're bringing you to the table, no
Hmm.
matter in what shape, form, or fashion, because people are going to accept you for who you are, but that your character and your personality speaks volumes for who you are.
Yeah.
So once people get to know that and start learning more of those things about you, it becomes easier to kind of like move around. You move around them, like y'all become friends. It becomes a normal situation. Okay,
Hmm.
so you gotta be you. You gotta take you into every situation. Now, if like there's a place and time for everything too. Like you know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying. You cannot always you depending on your character and personality because some of us, I know me personally. I have friends that I can be extra rowdy with, and I got friends that I can simmer down with. So depending on my location, where we at, all of that, that's how we're gonna act. You know what I'm saying? We act according
Hmm.
to what grown people do. And
Yep.
you don't have to go into situations talking about, well, this just me, this just who I am. Well then you small minded.
Got to have
Because
an open mind.
you got to be able to just be able to absorb the room and be able to know what to do, what not to do, and all of that. And
Hmm.
that's what matters with things like this, what you're talking about today. If you have chosen to do any type of enhancements, albeit any type of surgeries that are doing enhancement, because people are doing all types of surgeries now that are building the quality and the comfort of themselves, because um, everything now is not just about whether or not I'm doing it because I want to do it. That's what we're talking about today. I'm not.
Hmm.
We talk today. We want to have the conversation about now. If you doing this or you having these enhancements and you doing all that, are you doing it for you? Are you doing it to boost the self esteem that you have, or are you doing it to attract the opposite sex? Are you doing it to attract
Yeah.
the same sex?
The same
Because
sex.
because a lot of times too, just like men impress men, women impress women. So you a lot, there's times where you be trying to do stuff where you trying to uh make another person be like, ooh, she got that, you know what I'm saying? So we took a poll.
Hmm.
We took a poll, put a poll up on the podcast page today, and the question was, do black women get BBLs for men, or
Mm.
do women get BBLs for men? And the poll showed me that most people thought, between out of all the answers that I did get, I got over I think I got like, out of the 25, I had probably like 20 answers on the poll. And the majority of
Wow.
the answers went to yes, that they feel
Mm.
like women get BBLs for men. And then you had right in second place, it was no. So 55% stated yes, 40% stated
They
no,
didn't know.
and then the other percent said something else, that they feel is something else. And
That was
those
close
something
though.
else, huh?
I said those kind of it's close to numbers though.
It's close to numbers. And those something else's were, some of them do it to brag and show off and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other dude said he didn't have any idea on why people was doing BBLs. So they just get
That
them.
part, bro.
So, um, so Queen, what you think? What you think about this BBL movement? Do you think that that women are getting BBLs to impress men? What do you guys think in the audience? Do you guys think that women are getting BBLs to impress men? Do you all think that it's a dependable situation? I'm gonna put that up in the comments. Do you all
I
think that
think it's a little bit of. I think it's a little bit of both. I think some women getting them because they just always been flat back there,
mm-hmm.
and they want a little curvature. Now I'll put it like this: the ones that's been flat back there, and then they go get one, but they ain't got no huge one. They got one that's portioned right. Okay, I might say they may be doing that for themselves.
You
They
might
may be
say
doing
that.
that for themselves. I might say that because I really don't know. But with them getting it the size that they getting it, making sure that it looks like it was grown, it's natural, I guess, natural. They may be getting it for themselves. Now, some of y'all that's out here that's getting them donks when you ain't have no donk that big, baby,
They
baby,
a
I can
lot.
look at.
That's how more people getting them though. More people getting those type anyway. Let me see what
And
and
then I done seen people that got that then had that have but and going to get one. And I'm like,
and
why?
more, and more, and more. She
What you
said,
want more for?
"I think both." The question was, "Are women getting BBLs for men?" And she says, "I think both, but mostly for themselves for a self-esteem boost." Okay, so
That's
we
why I
got
say the small, yeah. Yeah, self-esteem boost, and it ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But baby, your health, the psychological part aspects of it, it's a lot to think about.
it's a lot that comes along with it. It's a lot that comes
Yes, because to
along with it.
see these women on these videos that they be posted on social media, and they can't even sit down, they can't even get on the plane and fly back home. That is scary.
And you said
That's scary.
that is scary, Queen. And you said if you ever do that, you move into another state. Oh boy.
Look, everything. Look, I'm gonna put it like my trainer, who I train with. She don't have no BBL, but I seen her picture before she started really working out in the gym and
Mm-hmm.
really like eating healthy and stuff. She was a small, petite girl. I mean, and she's not that tall, but she was small and petite. But like she said she started eating, she changed her diet and started eating healthy, and she started working out and build muscle. And
Well,
baby look good.
it's a natural way to get it. Some ways is the best. Natural
Hmm.
ways sometimes are the healthiest ways, but a lot of people don't have the patience. If they don't want to go to the gym to
That's
work
what
out,
it is.
if you
That's what
think
it
they're
is.
gonna go to the wait around to
They ain't finna
create a
wait them
BBL,
6 months or year to create it.
no, they're not doing
But
that.
the thing is though, Queen, you still got to work out after you get this stuff. You still
I
supposed to
was
be
just gonna
working
say
out after
that
you get this stuff though, to keep it
because you got to keep
firm.
it up. You got to keep it up.
Yeah, like, and that's what people fall wrong at when they have surgery. No matter what type of surgery they have, and when it comes down to body surgery,
You got to keep it
you
up.
don't keep you don't keep it up. People
And
have
you
weight
say,
loss
God,
surgery.
you know
You
what?
don't want to go into the gym or you don't want to eat right because you think you done had weight loss surgery and you can't
And you
do what
supposed
you're
to just
supposed to.
settle
You
down and just
still need to you need to go walk and do something.
actually, you need to be more physical because of it, because you don't know what all that other stuff is doing inside of your body. So your body need to be as healthy as possible. Like everything about you need to be healthier. With that, because it is a condition. You have done something very, very drastic to your body. That's a very drastic surgery. So
Hmm.
you have to make sure that you are doing the things that you're supposed to keep it up. But I just want to make sure and find out: is it a
It's a
conversation?
lifestyle change.
Is it a conversation to be had about it? Because now it's like BBL, 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 and and it's
Everybody getting them.
so and it's so normal now that they have it on like you got it like well you can get it like a credit plan. Um, you can actually put down a down payment and just be saving it
Mm-hmm.
until you get the money up. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that you got it on afterpays.
Golly, I didn't even know all that. I
It's a
know the
lot.
credit, I know the financing and stuff like that, but Afterpay?
Klarna, the ones that have to be financed, not afterpay free, I think.
Oh,
The ones that have to be financed, Klarna,
but
whatever,
even
whatever.
with even I know with some I know with the weight loss part, like if you do trying to do that, you got to literally like lose a couple of pounds, and or if you don't, the doctor will not do it, and then you cannot get your money back.
Yeah, you can't get your money back, but you
Can't get your
but
money back.
you can. It ain't nothing about it refundable.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. But okay, so if okay, now this is the thing. There are medical things that are determining why BBLs may not be as healthy as people are doing for them, because we've seen people dying behind them. We've seen certain things of that nature, but that comes with all surgeries and risks and all of that. So you're gonna have risk with everything.
Mm-hmm.
But people are going to enhance their beauty. They're going to do things that they want to do because they felt like all their life, I've never done this. I mean, we got 40-year-olds, people almost close to 50 getting BBLs and getting like tummy tucks and things, because these are things that are making them feel comfortable in their skin.
Mm-hmm.
So if the self-esteem boosting is what it is, why is it still so many single women at the BBL still?
I have no idea. No idea.
And because
It's
like you would
crazy.
think that if they doing it for me, like if they doing it for themselves. Yes, but everybody know that men like big asses, men like flat tummies, men like big
Mm-hmm.
boobs sitting up, men like all of that. And so obviously, when women get dressed, we do things. Yes, we do it for ourselves. Now, one thing I'm gonna say about women: women love to get up and get pretty for themselves. Point blank.
Oh
Period.
yeah, it make you feel good. Baby, it
Point
make you
blank.
feel
Period.
good. Period.
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
Yeah. It bring a
However,
whole different energy for you.
we are out there when we are attracting people. We are attracting male figures that we love and adore and want looking at us and da 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 da.
But
So,
you might be attracting the wrong one.
well, here nor there, they're attracting, people
Mm-hmm.
look at those certain body parts. But if that's the case, and so many, if they say they're doing it for men and male figures, why are so many men not running to the BBL women as if that's what is about?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a reason behind that. We got to stop just being trend followers and stuff for one. Even if it is something that you want to enhance on your own, it don't have to be something so gigantic over the top. You want to do things that look natural, make you feel good, and then when
Mm-hmm.
you go in there, you get this big ass enhancement, and then you come out disappointed because it look like you're on a pimple. So if you go out, if I don't, I've seen some really nice ones.
I have to. I done seen some that I'm like, is that real?
Yes,
Is
yes.
that and you can always tell by the thighs.
That girl said BBL bodies always attract the wrong man.
You can tell by the thighs. You got to look like it's grown, like it's natural.
Right.
And I done seen some that look very natural, and I done seen some. I'm like, baby, I know you got you one done, cause your butt huge, but your legs look like little
Attract
sticks,
the wrong man. Yeah, but
like
we knew, but we
sticks.
we know that, but we know that everybody ain't going to the same type of doctors, and
Hmm.
we know that
And
everybody.
though, and Queen, like I remember people getting their breasts done. I
Yes.
remember how big that was. Where BBL what year did it come in that people start getting these BBLs? Like
When
you
we
probably used to
we knew, but people was getting them. They just didn't. It wasn't as trendy. It
as it
wasn't
is.
something that was talked about like that. But when it became talked about, that was like you could see when all the reality shows started happening. You could see, different women, different people getting BBLs then. Like it became a bigger trend then, maybe around reality show season, and then
So that had to be like 2010
the
when
popular,
they
like
start
more of
really
the,
making, yeah,
like
when
more
they
of like
start really making the money. And that
more of
had to be
like
like late.
2015, more of like the 2015
Yeah.
reality show season, like when Love and Hip Hops and all those different things came out, and Married with Housewives and different ones
Yeah,
like that.
Housewives was out. Housewives came out like 2008.
Okay, right.
But that's why I say when they really start making the money, it
Yes.
was about around 2015. It was about around 2013, 2014, 2015 when they really, and they start becoming like really household names.
Yeah. And now, yeah, and this is Ed's probably right with this right here. Probably like 3 years ago, it became more popular with people who weren't celebrities. So like local people
Gotcha.
like ourselves, like 3 years ago, that's when it became more trendy
And
for,
social media then and hiding it so much that it's ridiculous.
and it's really high. And it's like you it's so it's incredibly like it's up here. It's because you not like I haven't within the last year went out the door not one time and not seen one everywhere that I went. And this is not even a huge town. You
Mm-mm.
know what I'm saying?
But baby, they getting them.
They're
They getting
everywhere.
them.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And then so it's been like 3 years ago since the trend became extra popular. And
Hmm.
since it became extra popular, you see men, and that's why I said men must like them. What's up, Kels?
Hey, Kels.
Men definitely must like them because you do see a lot of men in relationships with women with BBLs.
Hmm.
So it's not like they're not dating them, but they are
But they
dating them.
dating them.
They
They
dating
dating them.
them.
Then you
I
got the
recently
ones that be talking trash about them, but still date them.
still a hunch them.
Hmm. Sleep with them, all that stuff. But hey, to each his own. To each his own.
And then I talk to a lot of men, even gay women that I've spoken to about this conversation. They was like, no, I need natural bodies. So it's like a
Hmm.
complex thing because you got a lot of we got one right here. He say, nah, you can keep that mess. Because people people definitely still like touching on natural where you can feel the cheeks just
Yeah.
move easily. Just boom.
Yeah, you
Big
can
cheeks,
tell the
little cheeks,
difference now. You
whatever.
definitely can tell the
You
difference.
can tell a natural difference in cheeks now. It ain't
Yeah.
just no it ain't just no regular everybody cheeks not just stiff.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
boo.
So we
Jiggling,
got
baby.
and you know they ain't stiff because you can see them girls who be twerking where that ass be.
Hmm. Baby, if yours just like this, you might have your BBL, boy. You might have your,
But that ass
or,
be so
or got that little jiggle, that little jiggle like that, baby. A real one, it be shot. It be shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
them men be knowing when that ass real. So all y'all men that's on the station now, if can y'all will y'all mess with a man with would y'all date a woman with a BBL? Because we were
Mm.
just saying that it's a lot of people who say they wouldn't date a woman with a BBL, but we be seeing them with them. They be
And
with them.
how you know you haven't been with one? Hmm.
How do you know?
And
And
because you
could you
know what?
tell?
Because they
That's what
use
I'm
sil
saying. Like,
and
could you tell? Would that be something
I
you could
want to know, do
tell?
you know could you tell the difference? Because some people just get the fat put in back there,
Yeah.
and
What's
some
up,
people
D?
use the silicone. So I wonder what's the difference. That's
I,
interesting.
and talking about how it shaped and how it moves.
Uh-huh. Because some people can get they big enough, they got enough fat that they can pull the fat and transfer the fat back there. And then some people actually use like silicone.
Mm.
So I wonder.
So the
Mm,
question was, do you all would y'all date somebody with a BBL or do y'all prefer having a BBL? And it says I second it's a preference because my man loves me natural. Heck, he prefer no lashes, but it's a no go with that one. Okay.
okay.
Um, TJB says no, he don't like BBLs. Kel
Okay.
says hell no. He said keep my woman like FloJo. Okay.
Okay. I know that feel that part.
And Mr. Samak says nope. Okay. All right. So we got now if so when y'all see these women out with the BBLs, are y'all do it turn y'all on at all? No turn on by it. You since you wouldn't date them, do it have any appeal to y'all? Like if they got on jeans,
Mhm.
can you tell it's fake? Or is you just looking because you can tell like, ooh, that's a fat ass. Other than that, are you able to tell when the ass is fake just from looking at it? Cause me as a
Ooh.
woman, I've seen a couple of BBLs and I'm like, I can't like, ooh, I don't know. But I can tell a natural ass. So
Oh yeah, all day
if
long.
a BBL look real natural to me, I'm just gonna assume that it's a natural ass. Like I'm not gonna even
Hmm.
think
That means
BBL.
they had a good job. They had a good doctor.
But no, I'm not even gonna think BBL at all because it looks so natural. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
that's what
Only
I'm
way
saying.
I'm
They
gonna
had a
look
good doctor. If it is one, that means they had a good doctor, and you can't
right.
tell. That's a good doctor.
But if it's a person that I know that ain't had no ass or had an ass on the floor and they got a BBL, and that doctor did them good. We
Who
you
is
know
your doctor?
I'm just it's a concerning thing to me because so many people say that they don't like women with BBLs, but these women instead of getting these BBLs. So if they're not doing these BBLs for to impress y'all men who don't like them, who the hell they doing it for?
And then a lady said to me before, family member, say, I don't know why they around here trying to get their butts done anyway, because baby, look, when you got a whole bunch of real behind, baby, you got to do some real cleaning. I was just like, okay,
That's a lot of sperm back there.
okay.
So
You
the
know
bigger
what
the
I'm
ass,
saying? So like, why do
the
you
bigger the
want
mess.
your butt to be that big?
The bigger the ass, the bigger the mess.
That part.
Telling you, it's
So,
crazy. Whew.
to each his own though. To each his
Mm-mm.
own. Just do if you're gonna get it done, man, do your research.
Do
Do
your
your
research.
research.
Do
Do
your
your
research.
research. Make sure you go into the making sure that you're approved from your doctor, all of that stuff. Like do your research. Cause I done heard some tragic stories about people getting BBLs. And be careful about going cross seas and stuff, getting this work done. They don't have a lot of regulations like the United States does. So you
And
got to
hell,
be you got to be
The
careful about
United
that.
States regulations ain't even as tough and stringent. So, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta be careful anyway. Do your research. You gotta take more.
Yeah,
You gotta take care of your body. It's nobody else's job but yours.
yeah,
So find out as much information before you go into these knives because we seeing people not coming back from procedures and people losing their lives after having procedures. So
yeah.
just think
And all
about that.
that post-op stuff that you got, man,
The
it's a
drain.
lot. The
Girl,
drainage,
I almost
it's a
cried the
lot.
other day when I seen somebody put a video of that draining. Girl, it hurt my whole insides. I couldn't believe what I
It's a
saw.
lot.
I had no
It's a
idea
lot.
that went on.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So I was very oof, I can't think about it.
Yeah, it's a
Oof.
lot. Literally, somebody have to be waiting on you hand and foot
Oh,
for probably about a week to 2 weeks before
don't
you
talk
able
about
to move
it.
and stuff.
Don't talk
And
about
then you have people that's getting both surgeries done at the same
it.
time. They're getting breast augmentation and they're getting the BBLs. Let alone a tummy tuck at the same time too.
They don't even supposed to do all that at one time though. They supposed to spread them surgeries out.
But they do though.
I know.
People getting stuff done as soon as they drop a baby. Like it's man, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Whew.
Be careful.
Y'all take care of
Be
yourself
careful.
out there. We're gonna switch gears really quickly to
Cause Queen over here about to throw up. Queen just think about it. She just like, oh my God. Oh my
the
God.
drain. Cause all I saw was that drainage thing. When I seen that thing came across my timeline, girl, I was, whoo,
It's
goodness.
nasty. It is so nasty.
It just was crazy. So we're gonna switch gears though, and because that we can talk, we can't talk all day about it because to me it's not enough to talk about with the BBLs in my opinion. We see what we said, we move on from that. But the next topic is what do you think about unreconciled maternal anger? And the reason why that is a question is because um, it has been proven that um, men have a lot of maternal um, anger toward, I mean, a lot of anger toward their mother for different maternal issues, for things that
Hmm.
they may have dealt with, may have been around, may have saw, may have da 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 when they were growing up. And so our question for tonight is, what do you think about unreconciled maternal anger? I should have said within in black men, but it's on the topic for today that we're talking about this amongst black men. And we're not gonna delve in like and be into this topic too long because but I do want to touch a little bit on it because um there are a lot of different things that we as black women have to take a lot of responsibility for, when it
Yeah.
comes to parenthood and just being the role model that we are in a black man's life. That's why it's so important that a young boy has a males around them, male role models, male people, male everything that can give not strip them of their malehood because a woman
Hmm.
is going in such emotional rage, a mother will strip you of who you
Hmm.
are and tear you down because they don't know how to talk to you, to groom you, or to really love you like that. Because, well, love you, yes, but it's a maternal love. It's not that I'm raising you to be a man love. Because a
Yeah.
woman can't raise a man. We can take
You
care of
need
a
that
child.
man.
We can take care of that child. We can take care of that boy, but we cannot raise that boy to be a man. He needs a man.
I can't teach him. You can't teach him that stuff that a man can teach him.
You can't. Just like that man can't teach that girl that stuff that a woman can teach her.
Hmm.
We need these things for a reason. We need these people for a reason. Um, so so we're gonna talk about how unreconciled anger, maternal anger is destroying black men and boys. And a lot of it is being raised by single mothers.
Hmm.
That's one main reason. Um, and even though the father is missing, the rage of absence is directed toward the mother for inconsistencies in him or her. And that's
Wow.
huge.
Wow.
That's huge because that boy, the love that a son has for his mother, especially a respectful mother. That's why I say, y'all, people always say, do as I say, not as I do. You can't. You can't even say that because
Hmm.
these children are going to hold what they see you do as a guide to either who they need to be, who they
Or who
don't
they
need
don't
to
want to
be,
be.
or who they don't like
Yep.
because of what they saw. And given it doesn't matter. This doesn't. That's why when I was reading up on this and learning a little bit about this, I kind of had a predetermination that yes, we're talking about black men and women, black men and black women, but this type of rage happens in men and women in general.
Yeah. It
It's
don't
a.
even matter the race.
It don't matter the race with this. Like if a woman, you could be a white woman.
Yep.
If you go in there and you slap them two pieces of bread together and get that child that sandwich and he don't like you because that's what you keep giving him every damn night. It don't matter what color you is, you to him is a bad mom. Don't matter. That's what he
Yep.
gonna think. She don't feed me. She just give
She
me
don't
bread
feed
for
me
lunch.
nothing.
She don't
Hmm.
feed me. She don't see what Ange say. She says, I think it can be harmful to future relationships and well as relationships with their child if they never receive that love from the first woman that's supposed to love them. Oh, bingo.
Oh,
And
yes.
that is a lot of the
That's
reason why they
huge.
have unreconciled, unresolved issues.
Mm-hmm.
Because they, and then it turns into a hatred toward anybody who acts or even has any type of resemblance to that person who they have a problem with. Because that single mother is supposed to provide guidance, direction, socialization, joy, take away
All
pain,
of that.
all those different things. So if you're not receiving that from that person, but you receive so much hatred, so much this, so much that, and now that's what you
You
take into
ain't
the
nothing.
world.
Yep. Calling them all type of names and everything.
And that's what they're learning to grow from. That's what their
Hmm.
growth is stemming from.
You got to speak to your son. You got to speak to all your children with positive words.
Hmm.
But you want to be able to rate. It's hard raising a son being a mother because that's like we say you don't know what that male child really needs because you're not a male. So it's important if they dad's not in their life, some type of male role model that you trust, either your dad, your brother, your uncle, or I
Somebody,
know some people that they homeboys is there for they sons and stuff like that. But you as a mother, you try to instill at least those good qualities. Well, son, this is how a woman likes to be treated. Son, this is, look at your. I know with my son, and me and Rashard was just talking about this the other night. I was like, I was listening to a Michelle Obama book
hmm,
on audio, and so we listening to it. She's talking about her childhood and how she was brought up, and she was talking about one of her friends' husband goes look in the mirror every day, and first thing he do, he'd be like, "What's up, buddy?" Talking to himself. And I was telling my son, I said, you remember when every morning I used to get my son up when he was brushing his teeth. And I say, look in the mirror, he brushing his hair. Rashad, tell yourself how handsome you is. You a king, and just instilling those qualities in him because I was that single mom at that time.
yeah, and
Instilling
that's
those qualities
what
in him to build his confidence up
right.
and stuff. But I knew I couldn't instill those other qualities. But look, I can't do what his daddy can do or what my stepdad could do or what my husband can do. But I can give him this right here, to at least boost his self-esteem. So when they come and do whatever he need, the older he get, he'll have all of it
They
together.
have
And
all
he can
of
put
it.
all of it, yeah, he can put all of it together and be like, okay, I learned this from mom. This the kind, caring, loving side. I learned this from dad, granddad, and stepdad. This what I need to actually walk through life as a man. So you got to know as a woman how to sit back and let another man, and if you can, particularly their father, teach them what they need to be taught.
That's true. Good,
Not
good,
around
good.
here hating on their daddy about foolishness because you still in your feelings about bull crap that y'all
And
went through.
just stop having kids from people you don't know if you can't accept who they're supposed to be to them, because they have a role for a reason, and everybody has to have and play that part for that child. That child needs that reason, those things, and guidance, direction, all those sovereign things that you need to know that
Hmm.
because listen, this is the thing. Boys and girls watch their parents. They watch how you date.
How you treat people.
They watch how you talk. They watch how you
Hmm.
walk, how you live, how you lie, how you dress, how you operate. And they take all of that in on a regular basis. And when you try to come to them and show them different or try to tell them something different other than what they saw, and you try to make
Hmm.
them trick them out of what they saw, they gonna tell you no.
Yeah, you did it.
No. It ain't no way that you're gonna sit up here and make me feel like I can't do this when I saw you do this.
Hmm.
No. So you got to be you have to be very, very specific in things that you showing your children. If you're going to be the type of parent that want to hang out and do all this, wait until your kids go to sleep. Put them to
Yeah.
bed, get them together, have all their stuff taken care of, put your kids to bed, and you go out
And
and
you
you have
do
your
it. Yeah.
time, and you be back home for them kids got to get up. Do that
Mm-hmm.
that way. Don't talk around your kids. Stop putting so much your kids in so much of your business, and then you won't have a reason for them to feel like they can be judgmental to you about what you've done in your life. For one,
Mm-hmm.
and number two, number three. If you're gonna continue to hold and be nasty and irrational to your kids, talk to them any kind of way, make them feel this big because of who you chose their father to be
Mm-hmm. Or they mama.
or their mama.
Or they
You
mama.
have to you have to have all complete understanding that they're going to have some type of resentment towards you, and that
Yeah.
resentment may in turn make a black man decide that he don't even want to deal with black women.
Mm.
If they when you be sitting up here saying when y'all put up these things saying don't call me no bitch and all of that, yeah, if I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch, and that boy might be thinking to himself, I already know that.
And this
That's
song probably
what
really saying
you.
that too, Queen. Like I already know that. I was raised by.
I know, cause like you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. These people, these young people already have everything in their mind to know that you cannot give that do as I say, not as I do attitude these days. You
Yeah.
just cannot. If you're going to be a person that has to be a single parent, and this is why I always say you have if you're gonna let that woman be a single parent as a co-parent who don't want to be as involved, you're gonna have to support her financially. You're gonna have to do
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do to make sure those kids straight. Because if you want her to be whole and not be taking out anger, stress, and all that on them children, she gotta be straight too. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
always about just keeping the kids straight. It's about making sure that the things for the kids is straight too. The person who provided it, and I ain't
Mm-hmm.
talking
The
about just
household
giving
that
them
they live
money,
in.
but taking helping with the bills, not being that absent parent.
Coming
You
to pick
can't
them
be
up, taking them to school, or picking them up from practices and stuff like that.
right.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot being a parent anyway, and if you don't have the support system, it's gonna be harder.
Mm-hmm.
But there are so many parents, there are so many mothers where their sons hold so much resentment toward them because of the men they saw men traipsing in and out of their house. She talked to them like they was dogs on the street.
Called them
She
all type of names.
she flaunted
Child.
herself in front of them, and even though she wasn't doing it to entice them, these are her sons. They felt like that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that y'all be doing to you sexualizing your children. You over sexualizing your children with certain things that you do. And these children are watching and paying attention to everything.
Yeah.
They're paying attention to everything.
I never, like you have some parents that get dressed. I never understood women getting dressed in front of their sons and stuff like that.
No.
I don't even get dressed in front of my daughter.
Well, I get dressed in front of my daughter. But
You know, if we're in the same room, yeah, but
yeah.
I
If
it's
they
it's
come in
it's
my
just
room,
a
if they come in my room, but I'm in my room, but it's because they coming in there.
but it's a lot of stuff that I done heard parents do, and I be like,
I couldn't do
you
that to
do
a baby.
that? I'm like,
I
no,
gotta give them a
no.
fair
I try
chance.
to even watch what I wear in the house, and this is my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to even be cautious of that because I know I do have a son,
That's
and
right.
my children's opinion about me, it matters a lot to me.
Oh my
What
God.
my
That's
children
why
think about me, because
that's
my
why
children is very opinionated, and baby,
oh
they
my
attest.
goodness, Queen.
It's like they will tell you, and Rashard especially, he that Leo, Joker look at you like, really? Like me and him, we have this back and forth thing. I'd be like, you talk to your daddy, yeah. I say something else like that. It's be like, you was the one that was with him. I just be,
So here,
but I'm like, you right. You
yeah, that's
right.
true. That's true.
But that you know what I'm saying? So you have to be very mindful of what you
What
do
you show
around
them,
those kids.
you have
Yes,
to
and especially your males, because your them boys, they looking at you. They look sometimes they looking at you harder than your girls looking at you.
every time. And just
And
yep,
they judging.
yep. They're
Okay.
very judging.
Okay.
Yep. So, in a few of the responses to, do you think that black men have a problem with black women because of their mothers? And these are some of the responses that a poll came up with. It said, one lady said, I came to the conclusion a long time ago that some black mothers and perhaps other female relatives are the very reason why some black men do not want to date black women.
That's sad.
Yes. Are non-black women? This is another comment. Are most non-black women racist toward black men? No. So why are blacks no longer dating and marrying one another? It has nothing to do. This person feels like it has nothing to do with the fact that of who we what we saw as a child. It has more to do with our preference. We choose to love and date who we want to. It says that I'm a
Mhm.
black American male that has dated non-black women, and I definitely don't hate my mom. I had some issues with her from things that I saw, but I choose to date all kind of races.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Um, This lady says, by virtue of being a black mother, doesn't mean a black man has to be into black women.
Okay.
People date individuals who they like.
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna tell you, I told my son, boy, don't come here with nobody else outside of black. I'm gonna be honest with you. I told mine that. Yeah, you love who you wanna love, but baby, I need you to do let me lay the history down to you. Then you make your choice. Once I lay this history down to you.
We have to take responsibility as to why a child may run from black women. If you
Hmm.
were an angry black mom, if you were an abusive black mom, if you were an abusive black person, if you were anywhere near someone that hurt that child, they may not want anything that looks like you. It could be psychological reasons. Everything isn't about because and the reason why this conversation is relevant today is because we expect these young black men to have respect for young black girls, but they mamas calling them nigga, fuck
Hmm.
boy, bitch, nigga,
Yep.
babe,
You ain't
all
itch.
kind of stuff.
You gonna be just like your daddy. No good.
Just like your
What?
daddy. Negative personas displayed unto these children, and then you want them to grow up and be respectful people?
Yep.
How is that possible?
It's not.
So we
It's
have to
not.
take responsibility. We can't be like, one day, oh, you the best child in the world, but yesterday I just cussed you out like you was like seriously, like now I'm talking about like fuck boy this, da 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 da, all kind of shit. Stupid, dumb. It's a lot of things that we can do to harm our children without even
Hmm.
realizing that we're doing that. But you got to know that some of the words that you're choosing to use while you're talking to them are going to be reflective of who they are and how they look at who they gonna love. Because
Hmm.
a boy loves their mama.
They do.
They
They'll
love
go to
their
hell
mama.
and back for. They'll
Oh,
go to
hell
hell
and
and back
back.
for.
Hell and back.
Definitely will. They don't want you to say nothing. No, and then it don't matter how bad she done treated him, he's still gonna hell and back for it. And you say something stupid that he don't like about him and see what he do to you. You got
So
to you got to give them that love. You got to show them how to love. You got to show them how to love.
You got to. Even
because
if
they're
you
gonna be somebody's husband one day.
even if you don't, even if it's not your job to teach your son how to be a man, it's your job to show your son how to love a woman.
Yep. How to treat one, all of that stuff. And it
And that's
start
what
with you.
you're supposed to show him. Because you
Mm-hmm.
can't show him nothing else about who he is and who he's going to become.
Mm-mm. You got to treat others the way that you want to be treated. Treat others the way you want to be treated. It's something. Even look, my son dating, 17 years old, and for him to be dating this young lady, and look, like I had to tell him, I was like, just like her mama don't want you her to be dating anybody, I don't want you to be dating anybody.
Right.
So we need to know what her family about, where they come from, what they got going on, mama and daddy. Like literally, like which I didn't talk to the little girl mama and everything. Like they going out on a date. Tell her mama she need to call me. Cause just like she protected over her, they protected over their daughter. I'm protected over my son.
That's right.
Because I don't want nobody to be hurting him either. Even though I know that our kids have to go through those growing pains to be able to grow in life and have those life experiences. But if I can protect you as much as possible right now while you still up under my roof and at this age, I'm going to do that. So I need to holler at her mama to make sure that it's all right. So she know that her daughter gonna be okay, and the same thing vice versa. And me and the mom have that understanding. When they go somewhere, we talk to each other. Okay, what time you want Rashard to be home so I can know what time to give her a curfew to be home. Cause look, I love my child and I don't want nothing to happen to him.
That's
Cause
right.
that's my only boy. My only. And I want the best for him. And like I told him, if that young lady don't mean you no good, you don't need to deal with her. If she ain't got goals and aspirations to get what she trying to go in life, you don't stop from what you trying to do. You don't need to deal with nobody that ain't got goals, that ain't trying to be something and trying to have a vision for their own life and where they trying to go. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want nobody that's putting burdens on you and trying to stop you from reaching your greatest potential. Y'all need to be able to reach y'all greatest potential together if you're gonna decide to be with people. Always pay attention to the warning signs though. When they start acting up, that go for her too. Pay attention to the warning signs.
Now, we know that there are groups of people in this world that sit up and do studies on us because they see how black people operate. And when you have healthy relationships and healthy situations going on, it's going to be disrupted. In the 1970s, 1980s, when the black family deconstruction phase began, and they started tearing apart these black families, we saw that a whole lot of the maternal instincts change. They had to become being the mother and the father, the roles, the voices changed, and how you talk to your boys, because you felt like you had to say certain things to him that his father would say. And it was just certain different things that had to happen or was happening. Even if we didn't want them to happen, things were happening. And the difference in between now and then is that those children at some point may have had men in their house at some point. These young
Hmm.
men now don't even have them in there at all. So we have to think more inside the box of how we have to get more creative on outside the box on how we have to expand our creativity on what we do to try to get these kids to have more understanding about who they are. And it has to come from that sit up here and decide that you don't have the opportunity to love on your child and give your child the understanding and charisma that they're going to need to continue to
Hmm.
flourish in this world. But you got to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. It starts
Giving
from
them
the
children hugs and all of that. Even even to this day, like a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, every time I see Rashard, I might come in the house or he coming out, I'd be like, boy, give me a hug. And the first thing he said, Mom, I just came from basketball practice. I say, well, Zoe don't like to give me no hug no more. She act like she too grown because she at her 20s. But when I see him, I just be like, he already know when I be like, boy, give me a hug. And he just smile and come give me a hug. So little stuff like that matters.
Yep, it matters because
Little
that's your
stuff
role.
like that matters. Yeah. And that'll make that child be like, damn, mom do love me. Like, man, just getting that hug. And they might not be telling you what's really going on in their life, but just that hug that you gave them
It does
could
something.
just make them feel better. And it does something to them. So you got to, man, you got to do a lot. You got to do a lot because these children is going through a lot, Queen. Like these children is seeing death at their age at a rate that we didn't see.
Every day.
And that's a lot. And that's scary to know that our children, 15 to 25, is seeing what they seeing with
It's
friends and
becoming
classmates.
normal. It's normal.
What? That's
And that's
scary.
and so with that being said, we know that if you're going to if y'all if people want to raise children and become figures to other people, they need to make sure that they're qualifiable enough to do that. Like
Yeah,
dead serious. Question your own self. Stand there and talk to yourself. Get to know you before you do that because it's a lot of stress into it if you realize you're not doing it with the right person. If you have
hmm,
children from somebody who ain't involved, you taking on a huge responsibility for yourself.
yeah,
So you have
yeah,
to be prepared for that. And if you're gonna get involved with something like that and then end up turning around and acting out on the child, you hurting them, and it's a problem. So
yeah,
you gotta take more responsibility for your black son because the things that you're showing him, the neglect, the horrorism, I gotta have somebody in my life type of thing, and the children ain't enough when you chose them to be your children. It is what it is. You got this responsibility, and your biggest time in their life should literally be I need to be focused on my kids. That's what they time, that's what they're in your life for. We're not telling you that you're not supposed to keep living, but it's a way you do things. It's a way you do
hmm,
things. You respect your children. You respect them because
yep,
what you show them is how they're going to treat other people.
yep. Respect them. They gonna respect you regardless, but they still they deserve respect. We not this is a whole different generation, so the parenting is different. The parenting is different. You gotta know how to
Way
talk to
different.
kids and you gotta talk to them like you got some sense.
It's way different.
Cause all that stuff, how we was parented, how our parents um took care of us and parented us, it's not the same. You
That's
can't
right.
use that. You can't use that. You got some stuff you can, but a lot of that stuff you can't. Not this generation here that's coming up at all.
We got to work more together on how to do things, but but in that, right now we got to focus on where it is, and it is we are in a
Hmm.
messed up state of shock, and we are in a messed up situation right now, and we have to do more to change and how to see what we can do with the situation because at this point it's broken.
Yeah,
It's broken. So there are other things that have to be done. Black men need to be more accountable for black men, and black women need to be more accountable for black women.
period, point blank.
And that's our show.
That's it.
That's our show today, y'all.
That's it.
I
That is it.
happy birthday, happy early birthday to our girl Queen. See y'all, her birthday is tomorrow. Let me put that up in the chat.
42, baby, 42, stepping through this thing, fabulous, wonderful, wonderfully made, positively, love, joy, peace, elevation, motivation, superness, super excited, all those good positive words that the atmosphere has for me. I receive it all.
That's
Wealth, we
right.
stepping into wealth, we stepping into everything that's positive. If
Everything
you're
is good.
negative, I'm letting you know now. I'm doing some deleting. All that tagging me with that bull crap, don't tag my page with no bull crap because, baby, I'm going to delete you. I ain't
No,
got time.
they
I
doing
ain't got
that.
time. Yeah, I don't be, look, don't be tagging me with the
They say
craziness. because I don't get down with the Christmas. But
Queen
yes,
said,
I will
okay.
be 42, and I'm grateful, y'all. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. Grateful for my children, my husband, just everybody, my siblings, my parents. My dad, my biological dad. He ain't here no more, but I'm just I'm just grateful to be able to wake up tomorrow, God willing, to see 42 is it's a blessing.
Amazing.
It is a blessing. So I already know this is gonna be an amazing year. I already know. I feel it. I didn't already seen it. Like I didn't already seen it in the vision. I already seen it.
That's right.
I can't wait for tomorrow. Y'all just check out the Facebook page because when you see it, you're gonna be surprised with what you see. Because your girl has manifested some stuff, and I'm gonna keep manifesting. Because baby,
That's
when I say
right.
I'm in a different state of mind, December was rough for me. But baby, when I had to put my hat back on and adjust that crown and get myself together, y'all just don't know. If you only knew my story, you would be amazed at how far I didn't came. But to see 42 tomorrow,
That's
I'm
right.
about to cry. Only thing I can say is I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for
Right.
my friends Shelby, Siobhan, Samantha, Harold, like all my friends. I'm just so grateful because y'all kept me motivated through last month when I was down, when I was down. But to still have people calling, checking up on you, even when some days you ain't even want to talk because you was feeling so low. Baby, look, I'm grateful. I'm grateful
That's
because I
right.
knew it was all spiritual too. All spiritual. When you finna elevate to another level, man, when I tell you things start to come at you like, I mean, come at you. But that's why I know the elevation is real. And I'm grateful because I know where I'm about to go. I know the next level is here. And baby, I'm ready. So y'all get ready. Like Queen done told y'all before, we finna take this life coaching thing to a whole new level, baby. A
That's
whole
right.
new level. We finna get y'all unstuck in 2023. Because if we ain't stuck, we don't want nobody else to be stuck. When I say my cup finna flow over, and when it flows over, everybody connected to me, they shall receive some. Because when mine flow over, the people connected to me, theirs will flow over too. And that's just where I'm at.
That's where
That's
she
where
at.
I'm at.
And that's her
So I
birthday.
appreciate
That's her
y'all.
prelude. That's her
That's it.
prelude into tomorrow. She
That's
going
it.
into tomorrow with all that in front of her, y'all. So y'all just make
All
sure
of it.
y'all, everybody who knows her, y'all make sure y'all get on her Facebook, social medias, and all of that. If you know her personally, hit her up. Give her some love tomorrow. It's Queen C birthday number 42, y'all. We will definitely be celebrating wholeheartedly this weekend with her. Especially if it's the Most High definitely bless us to see all of that. We will definitely be in the place. So y'all
That's
show my
right.
girl some love. We will see y'all this next Wednesday, but we will see
Ooh.
her. I'll see her all weekend. I'll
That,
see
that
her
part.
next week. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Bye.
Happy
Peace.
birthday, boo. Happy birthday. Happy
Thanks,
birthday.
Queen.
Happy
Appreciate you, Queen.
birthday. All
Appreciate you.
right.
Love you, boo.
Love you
Love
too,
you.
boo.
Bye.
Thank you, Angie. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye.